MegaHerzzz. You're listening to MegaHerzzz on 4ZZZ.
You are listening to MegaHerzzz on 4ZZZ 102.1. I almost forgot that. My name is Charlotte. My pronouns are she, they.
My name is August and my pronouns are they, them.
And we have some special guests in the studio with us today. Do you want to introduce yourself, guys?
Hi, I'm Jasmine. My pronouns are she, her.
And hi, I'm Cobin. My pronouns are he, him.
So we've got an exciting interview coming up if you stay tuned after this. But first of all, we want to say happy May Day.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you to all the workers' rights and unionists who's been out rallying this morning. We thought opening up with celebration of this 8-hour working day and all the wonderful things that have happened and especially all the feminist unionists out there. So thank you so much for tuning in after that. And I will also acknowledge that we are broadcasting from Yuggera, Juggera and Turrbal land here at 4ZZZ. We are so proud to create and write and learn on stolen land and, sovereignty was never ceded. And, we would just like to acknowledge that today and all the First Nations unionists and workers' rights people out there today.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go straight into the QT student magazine, Glass.
Yes, they are from Glass magazine, and I'd love it if you two would be able to give some of our listeners who may not be from QT or may not be across what Glass do a little bit of a rundown on what you guys are all about.
So Glass is QT's resident student magazine. We kind of write about anything and everything, I would say. Pretty much just anything that students, alumni, staff that would be interested in. I would say it's kind of stuff that would be, that they would like to read on their way to class, I would say. The team is made up of, obviously, Cobin and myself. We also have Riley, Kit, and Alex. We took the reins kind of in December, so it's only been a few months. We've had 2 editions out right now.
Hell yeah. Cool. That is very exciting. I'd also love to hear how both of you two became involved with the project. What was that kind of process like? Words.
I've kind of always been like a fan of Glass in the past. I contributed in the past, I would say, I think 2 or 3 times. And then I don't know. How did I get involved?
What kind of things did you contribute in the past?
So I wrote 2 articles for previous print editions. Very cool.
How about you?
I had not contributed before, but as Jasmine was as well, I was a very big fan of Glass. They have a beautiful presence on campus, specifically on the Kelvin Grove campus where I study. So I was approached by Editor-in-Chief Riley to join the team and sort of help take 2026 into a brand new direction, and I think that's something we all promised, coming in with an entirely new team going into it this year. We just wanted to, create something fun, something new. So I am the graphic designer for the magazine, so...
Hell yeah. That is incredibly cool.
You guys can't see it, but it's very, very beautifully designed.
You will have to vouch. You can go on our Instagram. We posted on the story a little bit of a photo of the cover, and Cobin has done a very cool job of it. It's very pixelated, but we've got you here today to talk about the special edition that you guys have put out for Respect Week, collaborating with Buttertongue, and I'd love to hear a little bit about also who Buttertongue are, but how this came about.
So Buttertongue is a local queer-led sex-positive magazine.
Awesome.
It's made up of Jacinta and Ben, who are also previous Glass editors. This is a collaboration, honestly, it has been done before.
Nachos were reheated.
No, exactly. So we kind of, obviously Respect Week is a university initiative, nationwide, surrounding raising awareness around sex, like safe sex, consent, like healthy relationships, kind of in response to gender-based violence. So we kind of had the idea that even though this collaboration has been done last year, I believe, there's obviously like still work to be done and conversations that still need to be had. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And it's gender-based violence specifically like on campus as well, isn't it? Because
yes,
that's like
exactly.
been an issue that's come up in recent years.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I know you guys said that this has been done before, but I feel like you guys have been able to make something that is really fresh and really new. I mean, I know you have quite a lot of really interesting pieces in here. Jasmine, you have a piece in here about, its title is Digital Undressing, Grok, Sexual Abuse, and the Ethics of AI, and also potential trigger warning for this conversation. If that title has elicited anything that you're like, oh, I want to stay away from that, maybe tune out for this next little bit of the discussion. But these are all kind of topics that I feel like we talk about here a lot on MegaHerzzz. And I'd love it if you'd be able to give the listeners at home a little bit of an overview of like what you've written about here, if that would be okay. Because I know this is a student-run magazine, so potentially not everyone will be able to get their hands on it, even if they should. If you were anywhere near either of the QT campuses, you should go and get your hands on a copy of this. It is very worth it.
So my article is about how AI is increasingly being used to generate non-consensual, sexually explicit images of women and children. Publicly, even, people are using AI technology to like essentially like digitally undressing is a known term, undressing women and children. I kind of wrote about how AI is, I would say, like marketed as a tool for productivity, but like in this way and like in many others, it kind of promotes sexual exploitation. I also wrote about how it's representative of like a broader network of how this like AI technology is supported by like institutional failures and just our wider culture, like around accountability as well. Like even I used AI, the AI chatbot on Twitter called Grok, obviously made by Elon Musk, as like an example of how like AI is used to produce these sexually explicit images. Obviously, it's made headlines in the last few months. And Elon Musk, I believe he has now kind of lessened the availability of Grok to now people are only able to use Grok's like image generation features to as if they have subscriptions. So they're essentially now
so you
paying.
Can pay to make porn of other people.
No, exactly.
Doing it for free. Yeah.
And that was his only response to the backlash.
He's like, I may as well make money out of this.
No, exactly.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, God.
And I kind of conclude on the article, like after talking about all these issues, it's just like, fuck, like what can we do?
Yeah. Well, did you give us any solutions?
I literally ended it. I was like, okay, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We just need, I would say, like something radical. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
It's incredibly hard. And I think it's when, it's like whether or not this was the original intention of what they created this, you can argue whether or not this was the original intention or not. I think this is what happens when you don't have enough women and marginalised voices in rooms where like technology has been created to be like, hi, did you maybe think about how people could exploit this in these particular ways? And but it seems like we're almost too late for that. So finding the solutions are really hard. Like there has been some legislation in Australia around like, treating it like revenge porn and stuff like that. But that's not a preventative approach. Like that's,
doesn't stop it from happening. I mean, I know a case that's been at the front of my mind was the case of the Tasmanian, like, high school, I think, where a bunch of the boys in the grade made deepfake porn of their classmates, of their peers, and then a bunch of these students, like, had to leave because of it. And it's like, how how do you stop that when that is available? It's kind of like putting the toothpaste out of the tube, you know? And I think that actually kind of links pretty well into another article that you guys have in here that is called Sex is Gay, which is great, punchy title, and it's by Riley, one of your other fellow editors at Glass, and it's kind of talking about how there was many of our listeners, I'm sure, would be familiar with Andrew Tate. He's kind of a figure in the manosphere. I know a couple weeks ago we did an episode talking about the manosphere, and after the Louis Theroux documentary was put out, I think we mentioned Tate in that. But he made a tweet that essentially said that if you enjoy having sex with women, then it's gay. Yeah, which true. Is like maybe the most
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe the most counterintuitive thing ever. But
it's like that's what the online landscape is for women now. It seems is you've got AI revenge porn, and you've got men openly tweeting that they don't respect women and they don't enjoy hanging out with women or spending time with them, or
100%. And I think that there's a quote that Riley wrote in here that I really liked, and it was, the word gay is not being used to describe homosexual men. It's being used as a pseudo-slur to demonize the stereotypical femininity that Tate and others believe comes with being gay. Femininity to them is weakness. Sex is gay, gay is feminine, and feminine is evil. And sorry, I feel bad for laughing halfway through. It's just such an objectively...
You can laugh because it's ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous thing to say.
Objectively ridiculous. Like, what are you on about,
man? Well, you hate women at the end of the day if you're saying things like that.
And, I don't know how he can say that and not see the irony in that. But, it just kind of goes to show all of the ways in which technology is, and the online right is kind of being used or weaponizing these new technologies to continue perpetrating violence against women. And it's an incredibly important thing to talk about and an incredibly hard thing to stop.
What are some of the other topics that are covered in the Respect Week specific edition? Like, they're all sort of surrounding this kind of sexual violence topic, right? We do talk about, now that we mentioned, we do talk about the internet a lot. I mean, that's the, that's what's happening for women now.
Exactly. We have articles surrounding dispelling myths around endometriosis. Endometriosis.
It's a long word.
There's so many letters.
Too much going on there. Surrounding endo.
Endo, period. We do also talk about the internet a lot. Kit, one of our other editors, does have a really amazing article called Size Matters.
Yes, I loved that as well. And kind of the... Where is it? I've lost it in my book.
Page 13.
It's on page 12 for both you and all listeners at home with your copy open, I'm assuming.
Of course.
I'm hoping that you
read along with us.
Reading along as we're saying it. Maybe we should just read the whole thing out.
Yeah, I think so.
That'll be fun.
We've got time.
It'll be fun. About Reddit communities that were like language warning about the subreddit r/small dick problems.
Oh, I love that Reddit.
And I'm assuming I am forgetting exactly the details of this now, but does it go into like incel culture? I'd assume that would kind of be where it makes. Yes.
It actually ties in really nicely with Riley's article, Sex is Gay, sort of talking about how those online spaces are so... Like, the negativity is so potent on there. It's really easy to create and just, like, cycle all of that negativity. And it's
like that kind of insecurity stuff, is that what it is?
It's all not only hatred towards women, but hatred towards themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one thing I did appreciate is that it's not entirely empathetic. It's sort of letting the readers know if you happen to connect with the story, let's look inward, mama.
Yeah. Let's do some self-reflection here.
Yeah, I find that balance so hard of like, yes, obviously incels and, you know, these people kind of get sucked into these things. I do think they start at a very vulnerable place, but it's because I think those communities are so exploitive and so manipulative that they get those men who are kind of on, you know, on the fringes of being, insecure about different parts of their body and things like that. And they just like suck them in and just turn them into full-blown kind of misogynists. It's really, really kind of scary.
100%. It is a very deep and dark rabbit hole that just kind of keeps on going further than I feel like most minds would want to comprehend. And there's also a really good article in here by Anna Rose Wilson that talks a lot about one of our favorites here on the show, Sherele Moody, and the Red Heart movement campaign, discussing the ongoing femicide happening in Australia, which we will cross back to later in the show, as we always do. But yeah, basically, synopsis is there is a lot of really, really incredible work in this issue that I'm really glad that you guys are bringing to light. And I think it's incredibly important, particularly, I know we get it here at 4ZZZ too, being like an independent media organization and something outside of producing media and producing like spreading information outside of the realm of main like corporatized media. How important do you guys think that is? Because I mean, I know we over here think it's very important to be able to like talk about these sorts of topics, you know?
Yeah, I think it's of the utmost importance. I think specifically considering Glass is, you know, by students, for students, we do represent a very specific perspective. You know, it's something that not only affects, this is just for issues in general, let's be honest, it not only affects everybody, but I think as students, we're continually learning about what's wrong. We're learning about what needs to be better. And I think by giving all of these voices a platform to go on there and share their thoughts, share their critiques on society and the university at large as well, let's be honest. We do also critique the university and corporations alike. So I think it's really important. I think,
I also think like having a space for like, I know that uni's not necessarily youth specific, but I think they are generally for younger people, and I think having youth voices in these kind of issues are like so incredibly important, especially around like you've talked about, a lot of it is focused on like digital media and things like that. I think like it's such a big part of youth lives, and you know, it's something that, you know, the older people in power don't necessarily have the insights into, you know, tackling it and stuff. I think that is so incredibly important.
100%. And I think you guys have done a really good job in this issue of capturing violence against, or like the violence against women, and the ways that the internet and the ways that modern life kind of interacts with and aids that. Whereas I feel like oftentimes sometimes people think of some feminist issues as like not ongoing. I feel like in the broader populace, not here on this show because that's like all that we talk about, but the broader populace, I think, can kind of think of like, oh well, everyone like has the right to vote now, like it's fine. But it's like, no, it's all very ongoing
and nuanced
issues. Yes, incredibly nuanced, and it's kind of, we've seen violence against women and femmes take a modern and incredibly insidious form, and I think you guys have done a really good job at discussing that and talking about that in a way that connects with young people and connects with your readers, and I'm sure people beyond that. I think it's really cool. If you have the chance to get your hands on one of these copies, I know I said this just before, please do. They are available at QT, Kelvin Grove, and at Gardens Point. You guys have pickup like places all around the campuses,
yes,
right?
We have over 20 distribution points.
Oh, amazing.
So if you go to our Instagram, we do have a highlight that does focus and show where each of the distribution points are. Or swing by our office, come say hi, let us know in person, because we do obviously, and thank you so much, August, for
Of course.
Thank you.
lack of a better term, glazing this edition, because I think we all worked really, really hard, but we love to hear great feedback from everyone, so pick up a copy and let us know.
And there's fun stuff in there too. There's, there's playlists, there's horoscopes, there's,
Yes. Yes. Also, did you want to read the horoscopes on air?
Of course. So I was clued in that we have 2 Leos hosting today.
We do in the studio.
So all of my Leos out there, don't try on that fursuit as a joke. It may awaken something in you.
Oh my god. I'm scared.
I'll note that.
Write that down.
Also, fursuits are like crazy expensive. I found this out the other day. They're like insanely like
it's an expensive kink to engage in.
Money. Yeah. Or just like an expensive hobby. It also seems kind of impractical to clean. Like, how do you need to get like a vacuum?
They know all the tips and the tricks.
Furries. They're like, because it seems like a lot of work. It seems like a lot of work.
It is. It's dedication.
Hell
Absolutely. I will need like a sped up TikTok watching someone clean their fursuit, just so I know. I need
Send
to know.
it through to the MegaHerzzz or Glass
Absolutely.
Instagram
Send it
today.
through. Tag me publicly. I don't mind.
You guys should do something talking about furries, low-key. Because
Now that you mention it.
It is a very interesting topic.
I feel like it's an interesting subculture, and they are often, I feel like in an 100% in like an unjust way, like something they didn't really do anything to deserve getting like ridiculed.
Way
like
worse people out there.
there are people there are people like Andrew Tate.
Exactly.
There are people like
there is
crazy.
a furry club at QUT actually.
Really?
Yeah, which is nice that they have a safe space on campus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that is
Should get them to do a submission.
Yes.
Speaking of,
that would be
I
nice.
think we've got a little
Submissions are
call
open.
out happening at the moment.
Oh my
Am
goodness.
I correct in hearing so?
Thank you so much for that beautiful segue.
That's okay.
Yes, Glass is currently taking submissions for our Winter Edition 2026. We take anything from like creative writing, fiction, non-fiction, poetry, prose, to art and photography, and pretty much anything creative that you've put your heart and soul into. It's a great way to get it published.
Yeah.
We are a student publication as well, so we need to publish students. This offer is unfortunately only open to QUT students at present, but submissions close on the 11th of May, and it's slated for release just before semester 2. So,
And how do they submit specifically?
You can submit by going to our Instagram, just at QUT Glass. We have it in our link tree, but also some more promo and information there. So always check us out. And you know what? Chuck us a follow while you're there, guys.
Yeah, why not follow?
Hell yeah.
Keep updated.
Yes, keep updated with the important work of student and independent media. Hell
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, thanks so
I think
much.
that's all we have, unless you guys have anything else you want to add or shout out or
necessarily.
anything. No, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been amazing talking to you guys. And what a great publication. What a great, cause.
Absolutely. And if you get the chance, get your hands on one of these, dear listeners.
Yeah.
Big thank you to Cobin and Jasmine for coming on out and chatting about the special edition of Glass. And they've done some really incredible work there. And very fun to have a chat.
We've reached the point in the show. We are going to do the Femicide Watch. We on MegaHerzzz have a commitment to, reporting on Femicide Watch using data from Sherele Moody on Instagram. Follow her, Sherele Moody Femicide Watch. We have some news to share today, unfortunately. So content warning, just skip forward. Not skip forward, just tune out for a little bit if, this is not something you want to hear about today. So yesterday, Sherele Moody reported that a woman and 2 men were killed in the early hours at a home in Rosemeadow, New South Wales, and a man known to them in custody. The female victim is the 23rd Australian woman killed this year. We don't have any more information about her name as of yet, but we will stay updated and let you know if we do. We also want to share, we don't normally talk much about the children lost to violence, I think just because, it's a lot to deal with, but we really just want to acknowledge Kumanji, little baby just the loss of her life this week, and that really awful lead up to that, and the devastating effects on their community. It's so devastating to hear, and it is gender-based violence, and it is awful, and it's just something that shouldn't be happening, and it is. So we just want to say rest in peace, little girl. And sorry for everyone, who that has affected in their community.
100%. Sending a lot of love to anyone in the Alice Springs community. Please look after yourselves. We also have some support services and some contact numbers if this is triggering for you. We have 1-800-RESPECT, which is 1-800-737-732. We also have 13-YARN, which is 139276. And I'll also read out the Women's Crisis Line, which is 1-800-811-811.
Yeah, those are all 24/7 services. So please reach out if that's something that you're struggling with, or you just want to talk through. 1-800-RESPECT is for counselling around domestic and family violence and sexual violence for you or surrounding people that you know, and 13-YARN is for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are struggling. So please utilise these services when you need. You're tuned in to MegaHerzzz on 4ZZZ. We are coming up to nearing the end of our show here. We're just going to finish off by telling you about some upcoming events this weekend. So one of the Femme-fronted gigs we've got this weekend is Mirandaverse Arizona doing their album launch on Saturday, May 9th. Very exciting. They've got some of our faves, Super Hotel and Billy Starr, are playing as well, and that is at Hunting Ground Studio Maruka. Love a Southside local event. That's very exciting. We've been loving Mirandaverse Arizona on the show recently, and that new album's really brilliant. So definitely buy your tickets for that and head on down and support
100%.
And bands.
You said Super Hotel? Company? Hell yeah. And they've also been getting rinsed and repeated on the station, as they should be. If you want something else to go to on that Saturday night, Susie, who is a kind of indie pop musician based out of Victoria, is coming up and playing at the Junk Bar, and the top of my head, I think Lorde McLeod is opening for her.
I love Lorde McLeod.
She's so incredible. Oh my God. Every time I hear her music, I want to cry. Out of joy. That's good. And also just because it is devastating. Like, she just has a really incredible vocal tone that I love it so much. And then also on Friday at the Junk Bar, we're working backwards now, Bin Sad are coming up from New South Wales. I feel like we played a little bit of Bin Sad
Probably have,
on the show, and they are... one of their openers is Lace Angel, who we can talk about now when Claire's not here this week.
So it's not self-indulgent.
Yes. But go see them, and also Double Date opening up, another 4ZZZ favourite. That was the main ones that we had.
Got some gorgeous femme-fronted gigs.
Yes.
I just want to say as well, shout out to Amaya from Keeping Brisbane Alive. She's always sharing like community events and gigs that are happening around Brisbane. And we're trying to pump it up recently and like get them out there. But she is also doing like fantastic work. So definitely follow her and have a little look at what she's sharing and all the work she's doing.
Actually, I think the Sonic Alien show is on this weekend at the Brightside. I'm pretty sure. I am so sorry, Jordan.
Live research on air. We are finding out the date for that.
Yes, I feel like a bad radio host for not having this being the top of my brain.
Community radio.
Okay, yes, 9th of May at the Brightside. We've got
the Beyond DV fundraiser?
Yes, it is. And it is Girl and Girl, The Empty Threats, Horse, and Mr. Finn.
Oh, fantastic.
So get on down there.
We'll share all those details on our Instagram as well, so that you can definitely follow up.
We very much will. The 9th of May is packed. It is a stacked night. It's gonna be bus, club, another show, Brightside, Junk Bar, Maruka.
Probably Echo and Bounce.
Echo and Bounce.
Everyone's
Why
always
not?
in Echo and Bounce.
Season 3. What the hell, sure.
Get on down there.
Yeah.
And Jordan had a really fantastic interview with Carolyn from Beyond DV as well. So
yes.
check that out.
listen back to that one. I think she put a recorded version on the Instagram, so definitely watch that one back.
Beautiful. We are going to finish off. This will be the last you hear from us. Thank you so much for listening today. It's been really fantastic.
And another big thank you to Cobin and Jasmine for coming and having a yap with us before. If you missed it, they are some of the editors of Glass magazine at QUT, and they put out a really amazing special edition for Respect Week. Please listen back to that, pick up a copy if you can. Yeah, enjoy.
Isn't that what feminism is about?